We all like to dream about spending some time on a sandy beach under the hot summer sun. What could be better than basking in the warm sand and watching the waves? In addition, you can always refresh yourself and swim in the sea or the ocean. But not all beaches are equally good and friendly. Watch this video and you will discover the most astonishing beaches from all around the world, as well as places you should avoid visiting at all costs. Get ready to find the most beautiful and the most terrible beaches on the planet right now. If you find yourself in the Maldives, you can be sure that you are successful in this life. The Maldives is well known for its culture as well as its beautiful nature that is almost untouched by people. After getting there, you will feel like an integral part of nature, but at the same time, you will receive first-class service. Holidays in Madagascar will cost tourists much cheaper than in the Maldives. At the same time, you will get virtually the same number of impressions and attractions. Madagascar is known for its rich flora and fauna, as well as local attractions. Here you can not only relax on the beach, but also go diving. In the Maldives, all the beaches are good, but Vadu is the most fantastic of them. It is known for its amazing bioluminescent glowing of the water at night, which makes the ocean here seem to mix with the starry sky. No surprise that people from all around the world call this place the Island of Stars. This magical effect is created by millions of miniature creatures called bioluminescent phytoplankton. Papakolea Beach in Hawaii is called the Hawaiian Emerald. The sand here is absolutely green. As a result of volcanic activity, layers rich in olivine, a mineral of yellow and green colors, began to rise to the surface. Even today, every tourist tries to take a handful of green sand from the beach as a souvenir, but Hawaiians politely explain that only memories can be taken from here. There is a beach in the Madagascar National Park in California, which is covered by a thick layer of tiny and smooth pieces of glass instead of sand or pebbles. There used to be an ordinary city dump here. In the 60s of the last century, local authorities closed the dump and removed all large pieces of trash. The rest of the garbage was transformed by nature itself. Under the influence of water, the fragments eventually turned into rounded pieces of glass. Seychelles is another dream destination for people from around the world. One of the most amazing local beaches is called Anse Source d'Argent. Huge stones of bizarre shape and crystal clear water create an absolutely fabulous atmosphere and give an unforgettable experience. There is a beach on the east coast of the Coromandel Peninsula in New Zealand where everyone can create a real natural jacuzzi for themselves by using a shovel. If you dig a shallow hole, it will be filled with warm water. One of the most beautiful beaches in the world is the Pink Sand Beach in the Bahamas. It happens due to microscopic particles of insect shells called foraminifera. Their unique color gives a pinkish shade to the sand. The pink coast stretches for 5 kilometers. Thanks to palm trees, every guest can enjoy some cool air here. Right on the small island of Rabida, which is one of the Galapagos Islands, there is a beach covered with bright red sand. The unusual color can be explained by the combination of volcanic soil with iron oxides. Pelicans and flamingos can be found in local lagoons. In addition, a large colony of sea lions can be observed on the west coast. Now it's time to take a look at Pfeiffer Beach in California, where local sand has a purple color. Despite its uniqueness, the beach is little known among tourists. Local people are trying not to share information about it to contribute to the preservation of the beach in its original form. Moistened sand glistens in the light due to its mineral composition. It contains a mineral called manganese garnet. Malolo is one of the islands of Fiji, which is considered one of the most beautiful in the entire world. Right here, you can find the Liko Liko Lagoon Resort, which allows you to enjoy the local beauties with the highest level of comfort. When visiting the beaches of northern Colombia, you can not only relax, but also get an adrenaline rush. This crocodile appeared out of nowhere and scared away all the tourists from the beach. And this video was made in North Carolina in 2017. A fairly large venomous snake decided to refresh and unwind right on the beach. Dolphins often swim close to the shore, but this flock was stranded, and the animals turned out to be in danger. Fortunately, people helped them return to their original habitat. This footage was made on a beach in Brazil. Crocodiles also want to rest once in a while, like you and me. After all, they are the locals, and people are just guests. The risk of encountering a poisonous snake on the beaches of South Africa is exceedingly high, so be careful if you decide to have a holiday there. Nevertheless, these tourists had a lot of fun swimming on surfboards next to a whale and its child. However, it is highly unlikely that someone will agree to swim among sharks, and this video was made using a drone. And this wild boar suddenly appeared on one of the Spanish beaches. It swam right out of the ocean. This animal was very disoriented, as if it were trapped. The boar began to attack the vacationers, but fortunately, no one was injured. This seal swam ashore in New York. It's still unclear how it managed to lose its family. Perhaps it decided to take a little break from its relatives. A huge whale carcass washed ashore in Canada in 2014. Local people decided to record it on their phones. And here's another crocodile visiting a beach in Brazil. These reptiles are like VIP guests. Wherever they appear, no one dares to interfere with them. A huge flock of geese decided to join people relaxing on the beach. Papakolea Beach in Hawaii is one of the most dangerous places in the world. There is an extraordinarily strong current here, and there's no person in the world who can resist it. If you are brave enough to try, you will be taken right to the deep blue waters with no chance of surviving. There are signs on the beach prohibiting swimming, and it is better not to violate this prohibition. New Smyrna Beach in Florida is known as the world capital of shark attacks. Just in 2016, 15 cases of shark attacks took place here. Even though the number of attacks decreased in the upcoming years, the beach still remains one of the most dangerous in the world. When visiting Fraser Island, you can be attacked not only by sharks, but by other predators as well. For example, encounters with dingo dogs often lead to death. So if you want to relax in peace and plan to return home safe and sound, it's better to go somewhere else. There is a black sand beach in Hawaii. It looks more sinister than exotic, and when you realize that the color of the sand was caused by the activity of the volcano, it becomes even scarier. Nevertheless, there are always enough people who want to relax on this beach. Zipolite is a resort town on the shores of the Pacific Ocean in Mexico. The local beach is called the Killer Beach, and all because the undercurrents took a lot of people to its depths. The Amazon River is the last place where you need to try to swim in the world. You probably know how rich the wildlife is in this area. Here you can meet anacondas, stingrays, piranhas, and many other creatures. If you're not ready for bathing in such a company, then do not think about going into the water. The Australian Cape of Sorrow would become one of the best beaches in the world due to its crystal clear water and beautiful nature. But it's forbidden to swim here, as there are many poisonous jellyfish in the local waters. In addition, you can meet crested crocodiles here. Sometimes they even fight with white sharks. Interestingly, not only snakes and spiders are poisonous here, but plants as well. Chowpatty Beach in Mumbai is the dirtiest in the world. This place in India became the dirtiest one not only as a result of human activity, but as a result of a catastrophe that took place in 2011 when 60 tons of coal were thrown right in the water. There are many beaches in northern Australia, but I would not advise you to swim there. Otherwise, you have high chances of meeting crested crocodiles and poisonous jellyfish, and there's no chance to call for help since this area is isolated. The beach of Praia do Norte in the Portuguese town of Nazaré is known as the place with the highest waves in the world. Surfers love this place, but not everyone can conquer waves of such height. Before trying such entertainment, you need to be a real professional. Reunion is a tiny French island in the middle of the Indian Ocean. This is quite a popular place among tourists, but since 2011, shark attacks have become more frequent here, so the beach has ceased to be safe. Boa Viagem Beach is one of the most visited beaches in Brazil. However, you can never feel safe here. You can't just relax on the beach, as the level of criminal activity in the region is quite high, and you can meet a tiger shark in the water. Dalat Beach in Vietnam is full of plastic. Local fishermen use plastic bags to store fish and then just throw them into the water. Apparently, no one has ever explained to them the consequences of ocean pollution. Juhu is another dirty Mumbai beach. It is difficult to understand how the locals bring their beaches to such a terrible state. The government tries to clean up this place once in a while, but the beach is polluted again and again. This beach in North Yorkshire is recognized as the worst in Europe. As you can see, the water here can hardly comply with the most basic standards. It happens as a result of sewage flowing from nearby farms. St. John's Beach in South Africa is another place which can't be called safe. From time to time, people here are attacked by sharks. In 2014, a 72-year-old Australian died here as a result of a shark attack. Nahat Beach near Queens is dangerous because of a poisonous jellyfish living here. Warning signs are installed on the coast. People who see such a jellyfish in the water should come out immediately. Also, it's not allowed to touch those jellyfish that are thrown ashore. High waves are often observed near the island of Campbell. In 2018, a 24-meter wave was noticed, which is an absolute record for this area. If you think that you will meet a lot of girls in bikinis on the Bikini Atoll, then I have to disappoint you. In this case, the name is completely unjustified. Once it was a beautiful island, but the US government has been testing nuclear weapons here for 12 years, turning everything around into a gloomy wasteland. People were able to find a beach in Siberia that was covered with snowballs. Scientists cannot explain how they formed, especially since some of these snowballs have a diameter of a meter. Thousands of bodies of octopuses, starfish, and other inhabitants washed up on the shores of Kamchatka. After examining the water samples, it was found that it contained a huge amount of toxic substances, but the source of contamination has not yet been established. In recent years, the beaches of Mexico are covered with poisonous algae once in a while. Government agencies do their best to clean the beaches, but it is not possible to solve the problem once and forever. In 2016, people in Sakhalin observed how tons of capelin were thrown ashore. This fish often remains on land after spawning, but there has never been such a huge number as then. Local people collected fish with buckets. They wanted to take as many as they could. In 1942, the British government bought Gruinard Island from Scotland for testing biological weapons. For a long time, the island was one of the most dangerous in the world. It was only cleared by 1990. You should not take valuables to Copacabana Beach in Rio de Janeiro. There are a lot of pickpockets working here. These are professionals capable of stealing your phone or wallet right from under your nose. If you leave your belongings unattended while you swim, the chances that you will find them on your return are minimal. Jökulsárlón Lagoon is a glacier lagoon in Iceland and one of the most fabulous and fantastic places on the planet. The nearby Black Beach began to be called Diamond as the ice blocks resembled diamonds. The glacial lagoon was formed naturally from the water coming from the glacier. It is getting bigger every year, and the glacier is gradually decreasing. The Road of Giants in Ireland is known for polygonal columns of layered basalt formed as a result of a volcanic eruption 60 million years ago. Here, you can not only admire the beautiful view of the ocean, but also see a lot of seabirds and rare plant species. There is a beach in Australia that is covered with 1 trillion tiny shells. This shell beach was formed from small shells taken from the depths of the ocean floor for thousands of years.